Vedic records describe the birth of the sage Shandilya as a literal emergence from Agni, the deity of fire, during an ancient sacrificial ritual. This commentary notes a distinct historical problem. This same individual appears in records separated by thousands of years. He is described as a guide for King Dilip in the Treta Yuga, a contemporary of Bhishma in the Dwapara age, and a priest for the grandson of Janamejaya at the start of our current era. To reconcile these dates, we have to look at the Yuga system, the Hindu cycles of time. In this context, history is recorded through the lens of shifting ideological eras rather than the single lifespans of individuals. This suggests that Shandilya functions as a title or a continuous institution, a chain of transmission where the knowledge of the original sage is carried forward by successors bearing his name. This continuity was achieved through two distinct methods: a strictly regulated genetic lineage and a formal philosophical system designed to defend the path of devotion. The first pillar is the Shandilya Gotra, a lineage that traces its descent from the creator Brahma through the sages Marichi and Kashyap. This lineage operated as a specialized historical guild, utilizing family structure to preserve specific categories of Vedic knowledge. The preservation of the Samaveda was the specific responsibility of the eldest son, who was tasked with maintaining the text in the family's place of worship. Meanwhile, the youngest son was assigned the Gandharva Veda, the sub-Veda governing music and the performing arts. Traditional records suggest that this intense familial specialization fostered a natural inclination toward music and Ayurveda. The source indicates that descendants often exhibit an aptitude for these fields, even without formal training. The lineage also maintained specific behavioral protocols that persist today, such as the practice of washing the left foot before the right and tying the traditional hair tuft, or shika, with a specific knot. These ancestral rules are still associated with common modern surnames, including Tiwari, Tripathi, Sharma, and Mishra. This familial system acted as a hereditary archive, using social and behavioral rules to ensure that specific cultural arts and texts survived across generations. Parallel to the bloodline is the intellectual legacy found in the Shandilya Bhakti Sutras. While some early scholars argued that the concept of bhakti, or devotion to a personal god, was influenced by outside traditions, these sutras provide evidence that the practice is entirely indigenous to India. The text provides a massive evidence tracing the doctrine of grace and divine love back to the earliest verses of the Rig Veda. Unlike the practical Narada Bhakti Sutras, Shandilya's work is academic and polemical. He focuses on the pramanas, the formal means of knowledge, concerned more with the rigorous logic and epistemology of devotion than mere emotional appeals. He utilized structured arguments to justify the emotional experience of love for God, creating a framework that could withstand the scrutiny of rival philosophical schools. By doing so, Shandilya provided an intellectual defense for the practice of faith, translating abstract devotion into a formal system of thought. The survival of this knowledge relied on two parallel structures: a biological mandate that preserved the Veda through family duty, and a logical mandate that preserved the philosophy through rigorous debate. Purely emotional or abstract ideas are often the first to be lost or altered over time. To prevent this, Shandilya's system replaced individual whim with specific rules. When a modern Sharma or Tripathi follows these ancestral routines today, like the specific order of washing their feet, they are participating in a behavioral code that has remained consistent for thousands of years. The persistence of the Shandilya legacy suggests that devotion is not maintained by feeling alone. It survives by combining the continuity of a lineage with a formal, logical defense.